Internationally co-produced, Return to Seoul was written and directed by French-Cambodian director Danny Chu and was released here last week, having debuted as part of the 2022 Un Certain Regard section of Cannes. It was also shortlisted for Best International Film in the Oscars. The film seamlessly blends language between French, Korean, and English as we follow French-speaking Freddie, who visits her homeland in Seoul in search of her birth parents that left her for adoption when she was a child, which is how she ended up being raised in France. Freddie is a contradiction. She's guarded but also remarkably free of inhibitions. When initially asked why she's there, she discusses sight reading, which is the concept of being able to read songs immediately, identify any danger points, then diving straight in anyway, which is how she approaches her life day to day. The film follows her in total over 8 years, seeking answers and closure that may actually never be forthcoming, as we learn that her upbringing has left her as a classic avoidant. At any time, she's both actively seeking the comfort of love and acceptance from others, but she's also unable to accept it. And when she does receive it, her natural reflex is to try and hurt anyone who gives it to her. In many ways, this is a one-woman show. Chu invites you to live in Freddie's head and try to see her perspective with many long, lingering shots, be they still while trying to process difficult small talk while in a car, or in motion like when she has a couple of extended dance scenes. Park Ji-min, who incredibly was an artist who had zero acting experience before absolutely bossing this role, plays Freddie's nuance to perfection, managing to encapsulate both her magnetic carefree charm that makes others want to be around her, while also being ice cold when she needs to. For example, at one point, she just flips the switch on someone and tells someone that we see she cares about quite a lot and is a stabilizing figure for her life, that she could just get rid of them from her life with one click of her fingers, and she doesn't even care, and you see that she has the ice cold look on her face. She is amazing. The use of multiple languages isn't something you just get used to. It's not something that the film has to overcome. Chu makes it a benefit as we see certain crucial core moments and messages get lost somewhat in translation. For example, at one stage a character means to say, I don't have any photos from back then, but in translation that becomes, your photos were all lost. And we feel the cut that the slight distinction there between the two administers on Freddie. There's a really strong supporting cast in this, headed up by Freddie's friend and moral counterbalance, Tenna, who she meets at the start of the movie when she first goes to Seoul, played by Guka Khan, and Oh Kwan-rock, who plays Freddie's struggling birth father. This is a powerful, extremely effective and different drama that goes left on some emotional beats you don't expect it to. It does lack a bit of an emotional punch that I feel just holds it back from being great, but Freddie is a character all of us have likely met before, and one that has struggled to be portrayed on screen previously with the authenticity that Park Ji-min brings to the role. Seriously, the fact that she hasn't acted is probably a benefit here because she comes at a role with fresh eyes. I recommend everyone goes out of their way to see Return to Seoul, but if you are adopted or any of the themes discussed resonated on a personal level, I'd bump up that recommendation to say that I'd imagine you'd find Return to Seoul an absolutely essential movie. It's excellent work. I really enjoyed it.